Good morning to my high school students. Today is February 18th. It is Thursday. Today we have a little bit to do on N2Y, so we will get started with our writing for today, which is our edit box. So just a reminder at the top, it says a comma goes after the heading dear Bill, comma, and then after the closing, your friend, comma, Tom. A question mark is used at the end of a question, and a period goes at the end of a sentence. Making sure that the first word of a sentence gets capitalized, and then names and places also have capital letters, which are proper nouns. All words should be spelled correctly, and in this letter right here, I know that we're going to have to make corrections to a few words that are spelled wrong. So we are looking for 5 words that need a capital letter. So I'm going to highlight the 5 words that need a capital letter, 5 places that need a comma, a question mark, or a period. So 5 places we're looking for punctuation corrections, and then looking for 5 words that are spelled wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and get my red marker out. So we have Dear General Smith. So Smith is his last name. That S needs to be capitalized, and then we're going to need a comma after Smith. Here we start a new sentence, so we need a capital T. Thank you for is spelled wrong. It should be no E at the end, just FOR. So I want you guys to write these words that need to be corrected at the top, just like I am doing, so I can see that you know how to spell them correctly. So on your document on N2Y, I need you guys to write these at the top, just like I am. Thank you for your service to our country, period. I am happy. Happy is spelled wrong. We need HAPPY. I am happy that there are people who defend our freedom, period. Capital I for new sentence. Is it very? Very is spelled wrong. So VERY is very. Very, is it very hard to be a soldier? So that's a question that he's asking. So we need a question mark there. They wake up early, period. Capital T. They go to new places. So new is NEW. So they go to new places to help people, period. I don't know if I could. Could is spelled wrong. That should be COULD. I don't know if I could be a soldier, period. And then he says, thank you for your service, comma, and then he should have signed his name with a capital M. All names get capitalized, so capital M. All right, so let's look back to make sure we have all of our stuff correct. So we need 5 words that need a capital letter. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's the 5th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got that. 5 places that need a comma. So we're looking for a punctuation mark. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got all of the punctuation and then 5 words. So did we spell 5 words correct at the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We got them all. Go ahead, if you need to pause this video, pause it so you guys can make your corrections on your screen. So on that next slide, we're just making sure we got all those, and yes, we did. Okay, and then you will have your word study to complete. So vocabulary, review, word study. And then high school on N2Y will read chapter 4. And then you have the comprehension questions to complete. So that would be chapter 4 reading, and then your comprehension questions. And then for math today, we are going to be introducing a recipe. And I'm hoping when we get back, we can, I know for sure when we get back, we are going to make this for our class and faculty. So this is a slow cooker mac and cheese recipe. Slow cooker is used in a crock pot, and a crock pot is great for like when you go to like a potluck or um, you want to throw something in the crock pot and it cooks all day for you for when you get home, it'll be ready to eat. So it's kind of like an oven, but it's one you like plug in and it sits on your counter. So this first box here would be introducing the slow cooker mac and cheese recipe. So as we were doing class, we would go over this together and talk about each ingredient that we would need, and then we go over the steps for that. And then the next day, we would put the steps in order together. So making sure that you know the steps for how to cook them. And depending on if we're back next week or not, we will then we'll cut out those strips and put them in order for our recipe. So reviewing the recipe that we will make for our slow cooker mac and cheese. See how everything gets put into the crock pot? Everything gets cooked and everything gets put into the crock pot. Now these noodles, they did have to be cooked already. Like it won't cook your noodles, like your noodles come hard in a bag. So you have to cook your noodles first. So that is one thing that you will have to know to do before putting it in the crock pot. But everything goes in there, and then here, look, it cover and cook on low for 2 hours, stirring every 30 minutes. So this will be perfect for in the classroom, knowing that we can check it every 30 minutes to stir. And then your next math measure it box is going to be over equivalency chart. So finding things that are equal. So like we could use a cup that equals half a pint. So all the things over here equal something to over here. So I would use this very first slide to help you answering these questions. So like I know that it was 1 cup equals half a pint. 1 cup equals a half a pint. So you complete. Oh, I guess it's asking for all of them. So 1 cup equals a half a pint. And then 2 cups. So it's just kind of reviewing over that first slide. I thought it was each slide was one. So 2 cups equals 1 pint. So 1 cup equals a half a pint. 1 cup or 2 cups. So if 1 cup is a half, that means if we have 2 of them, it would equal a whole. Four cups equals a quart. So I'll do 1. Oh, I can't do no more. Okay, so you just kind of have fun with that. I guess it's not really, it's not gonna like bang yes or no if you get it correct or not. So just knowing the equivalency chart there, because I'm pretty sure we will be doubling our recipe for this one. And I could not find a way to double. Like it didn't have a box to learn how to double a recipe. So we will probably learn that when we get back to school. And then you have the other math boxes are just subtraction story problems with and without carrying. So these are 1, 2, 3. Hold on. And I know one is a multi-step problem. So let me just do this one with you just so we remember our carrying process. Here it goes over the carrying process as well. So kind of go through the steps there of what each step is. We start in the very first ones column. We add those up, and then the ones place stays in the one place, but we have to carry the tens into the tens places. And then we can move to the tens places column. Okay, so this is subtraction today, though. I'm sorry. I think I said adding in the last box. So subtraction for today. So let me just do this one with you. So when we subtract, so Mario is checking flashlights to make sure they work. He has 33 flashlights. He checks 25 flashlights. How many flashlights does Mario have left to check? Okay, so first we have to do 3 minus 5. We cannot take 3 minus 5 because watch, it'll be a negative number. 3 minus 5 would be negative 2. We can't put negative 2 here, so we're going to have to borrow from our 3. So this one would then, if we're going to borrow 1, that means we're going to take 1 away from it. So 3 subtracting 1, 3 minus 1 would be 2. Now I put a 1 here because I took a 10 from my 3 because this was actually 30. So this would be 13 then minus 5. Which would be 8. And then we have 2 minus 2, which is 0. So he has 8 flashlights left.